Welcome to Artist Spotlight. You know, as parents, a parent of 2 children myself, it is so important to teach our children valuable life lessons that they'll carry on with them forever, like responsibility, sharing, we're still working on the sharing part, and how to treat others, and oftentimes as well, written children's book can help us out. So we're joined today by Amber Bajema to tell us about her new book. Amber, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much.
I am so excited. Absolutely. This is exciting. I was telling you just moments ago, we have a 3-year-old son, and I know he wants to read probably 6 or 7 books a night. We're at 2 right now just because Dad needs to sleep. But this is so exciting to talk about your newest book. I know you brought it today.
I did.
And what is the title of this book?
Yeah, the title is Maddie's Colors.
Okay.
A fresh perspective on skin tone through the eyes of a child.
Okay, I love it. Can I show the camera here? I wish we could just have time to read the whole thing about Maddie's Colors. So first and foremost, your background about writing children's books and maybe specifically about this newest one you have.
Yeah. So actually, this is the first children's book, the first book I've written.
Okay, yeah.
And so the script for Maddie's Colors came to me in the summer of 2021.
Okay.
And then I, kind of ran it past a few friends, and they, thought it was a great idea. And so I kind of started the process of looking for an illustrator and then released it summer of 2022.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So that's so exciting.
So it's my first book.
Kind of a dream that you've thought, like, have you always wanted to write children's book, or is this kind of something that you just thought, you know what, I think it's time?
Yeah, it was just more something that came to me. I'm actually a nurse. And,
oh, really? Okay.
Not an author. I've enjoyed writing, but, hadn't written a book. But it just came to me, and I was like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
So I did it.
So let's talk about this book.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, Maddie's Colors, what would you say the story is all about? I'm going to flip through it here, and I want you to tell everyone about the story. So this is awesome.
So Maddie is a little girl, and she loves to paint. She's an artist. And she loves to paint. She loves to paint outside. She loves to paint inside.
Yeah.
And she loves color. And so the book kind of goes through that. And then one day, she decides to paint a picnic of her family and some friends.
Okay.
So her dad, her mom,
and her
friends start to appear. And really the focus of the book is focusing on color and how many colors there are and how many different types of colors. There's dark, light, just different shades of color.
How awesome that is.
And so she, for example, her dad is black, a person of a darker skin color.
Yeah.
Her mom is white, a person of a lighter skin color. And so as Maddie works through the book and through the painting, she realizes that, there's so many different beautiful colors. Everyone has a place.
Oh, that's wonderful. What a great message.
Yeah. So
what a
it's
great
really,
message.
The message is just inclusivity, compassion, kindness.
Oh, I'm seeing it. And you've highlighted and underlined these colors, as you can see there.
So the kids can really, those can pop for the kids.
And I think it's great, too, because so many children, right, colors is a huge part of it. Like, I think for our son, it's pointing out every single color that is. So taking that and then using it to show about a diverse family.
Exactly.
And explaining that. So let's talk about the illustrations. Who illustrated this?
So Olamide Ojo, I wrote the book, but I am not an artist.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm like, I could maybe do the words, but putting the pictures together would be difficult, I think.
Yeah. So I had used a platform called Upworks.
Okay.
And which is an international platform that kind of has talent all around the world. And so I had put this book out there on that platform, looking for an illustrator who really had the same passion for what I was trying to portray in the book.
Yeah.
And a few people responded, but Olamide really connected with the story, with the narrative. And so I hired him, so we worked really closely together for about a year. And he's like 9 hours ahead. So
oh, no kidding. Okay, wow.
Zoom calls.
Yeah, so you're trying to figure that out with the time change.
Yeah. So we worked, and yeah, I was super impressed with his illustrations. He actually, came up with what Maddie would look like, and I was like, yep, that's her.
That's perfect. So it's almost like right when you saw it, you knew.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was crazy to have like words, and then he drew Maddie, and I was like, oh, she came to life.
Yeah.
So
why is this message important? I think we all know the answer, but for you to see this now, you're looking at this table, the book's right there. Why is that message important for so many kids to read about?
Yeah. So I think, the book really came from, over the years, I've engaged in conversations related to race and equality. That's really important to me, just that really demonstrating compassion, equality, inclusion. And I would hear, I've heard the term person of color relating to someone who has, is black or darker skin color. And that's not bad, of course.
Sure.
But I thought, is there a way to maybe look at a little bit different that would be a bit more inclusive? And so I came up with, this came to me where it's, like for example, Maddie's dad is black, but he's a person. First and foremost, he's a person of a darker skin color.
Yeah.
And so it really, to me, feels more inclusive. We all have color, and then we can really focus on that we're all humans, and we're all in this together.
Yes. Oh,
we can connect.
love it.
So that was the
You're an
dream
amazing
of
person
that.
for doing that.
Thank you.
And again, this is not some career path that you're on.
No,
This is something
no.
that you just started to do. So
Yeah.
people are going to see this. They want a copy for themselves. Where can they go?
Yeah, so you can go onto Amazon. I published it through...
That's easy, yeah.
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 I published it through BookBaby, so you can go on there, bookbaby.com. Also have the book in the Barnes & Noble on Milwaukee.
Oh,
so.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for the
of
time,
course.
Amber.
Thank you
We're
so
so
much.
excited. I know the 3-year-old's going to love it, and all the wonderful children will love it. Well, stay with us. We'll have more Idaho Today coming up after the break.